guess.
I
To
get. I think
eventually
that's
win.
why they
Yeah,
play
that's
James.
kind of, that might be just a slight part of it. But we're
Yeah.
getting into Clubhouse. Getting into the operator bans, we haven't seen Sphynx yet play on Clubhouse, so could
hmm
be interesting to see what they actually want to go with here. Titanium Cloud last time did opt for the Thatcher ban, which I thought was kind of interesting. I think that's really what threw things into their favor. I think they're going to do it again as well. And yeah, there we go. It's going to be a
hmm
Thatcher ban. Um, I think that Sphynx really should at least ban at least a Cade here. I think that the Cade on Clubhouse really makes things very, very difficult when there's a Thatcher ban, especially for getting hatches and stuff like that.
Oh,
Ooh.
I have seen Buck being banned quite recently in a couple of other matches that I've been watching as well, and I'm sort of thinking to myself, why? What's going on? Is this because you fear the verticality that it can offer, the grenades as well
Yeah.
that a lot of people utilize him for? Kaid ban going out there is not a surprise either, but that Buck ban, whether or not they're just target banning someone as well, I mean, it's a multiplicity of things that Buck ban could come down to.
I think Titanium Cloud they ran quite a lot of book last week. They were doing that kind of kitchen clear where they open up all of the floor to stop the impact tricking from happening.
hmm
So we'll see how that does go down, and we'll see how that is effective. I feel like the book ban is only ever going to really affect that downstairs push,
hmm
just for stopping the impact tricking and trying to get the kitchen hatch. Stopping that though could definitely be a pretty big detriment to Titanium Cloud Esports. And we'll see how that does go down. We'll see Sphynx start on the attack though, and as I said, Titanium Cloud had such a great defense half during Clubhouse last week. I mean, eventually Spies did overcome them when they came onto the defense, but for a while there, it was looking kind of squiffy.
Yeah, I agree, and it's good to see the six pick coming out. I'm not sure why it was off the Maverick. Generally, if you don't have the Thatcher, you definitely want to be bringing that Maverick to assist with getting that wall open. But they're going to switch off, which is actually quite smart. They banned Kaid, and the defensive side chose to go downstairs first, so it's in their lucky stars that six pick will probably work out anyway, depending how they plan on pushing this. But looks like Titanium are going to set up for a pretty default hold, but they've got a lot of intel and drone denial operators there, so that's going to assist them.
Hmm. So let's move in. It is going to be our first round here on Clubhouse. We'll see how Titanium Cloud want to hold this. They had a really great Nitro kill. I don't know if you remember, with
Oh
Lullaby throwing the
god,
Nitro
yes.
over the church wall. Potentially trying to set something like that again. I think part of me wants to say that was kind of specific against Spies because they love taking the bottom of main stairs. They always
Mhm.
like double stacked it up. Um, but they always open that top church bit open. They haven't opened it up yet. I'm wondering if Lullaby is going to do that.
Does look like Lullaby's now on the Valkyrie, and because the Kaid is banned, she did run Kaid last week with the C4, so I think maybe that's to her detriment now that she's on a different operator. Maybe she's not as comfortable now that that ban's come out. I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, whether or not that's put a wrench in the works for that, I'm not entirely sure. But it looks like Minoka is going to roam close to Cash. She's going to get droned out, but no one's there to capitalize on the fact that she has been droned out. So she's actually just going to be able to move freely upstairs with Bogey.
Yeah, it's a good roam game coming out here. I think the importance of the roam game on Clubhouse can be more of just to deny drones and deny intel, which Madoka is going to get one of them so far. You can waste a lot of time up here, and it looks like Sphynx are looking to contest it right now. Dina going to be opening up onto the server room and see what she can do here, but Madoka still playing around onto the garage raft. Has got a nice angle here, could potentially go for a kill, but oh, the swift shot's going to be coming out here from Madoka, still holding Auno, and as long as she's still alive and as long as she's still a threat, Sphynx are going to know there's roamers on the board.
Oh, Bogey wants to
Oh,
assist her, Roma, and she's going to do so beautifully. She's going to take the pick and default off. She's done her job, and now it's Minoka. She didn't see the cross. She has no idea that someone's in. Bogey's surely going to hear this. The shots come out, and she's going to be able to collect this one, surely. But there we go. And
oh
that's
my
two for
god.
Bogey on the roam, and that's going to be a very successful roam for Titanium.
Yeah, absolute disaster of room clear though from Sphynx coming out, losing two operators, your Twitch and your Zofia both going down very early on. That is a disaster. So you definitely don't want to happen. And the Romans are still on the board as well. This is a quite big disaster for the Sphynx, but they do have Diffuser. They have plenty of time to work with, and they still have plenty of utility up. As long as both hard bridges are up, I think you can still bring this in somewhat. Minoka still pushing into the bar as the drones are going out ahead. She does have that Valkyrie camera into the corner of bar as well. Titanium Cloud looking good so far on this round, but they're going to know there is someone around in bar. But if you're taking too long with this roam clear, it's going to punish you. Pinky trying to push up and see what she can do. Minoka still holding down onto the stage and see what's going on. But Bogey's going to help her. And that's a 3k from her on the round. Minoka still with the crossfire as well. It's a disaster for Sphynx. It's just all down to the hard breaches of Jaime and Axie. She's going to get 1 kill. So first kill for Titanium this round. Bogey's still playing very, very patiently around the lobby, see what they can go on. Minoka still holding, and then the angle, the pre-fire comes down and will find the kill onto Minoka. Bogey's still holding down that rear angle, ready for that flank, as Axie trying to push down onto the site as it comes. But 20 seconds left to go on the clock. This isn't looking too good. Oh, hell of an angle being held there, and that is just going to dumpster Axie from bottom main stairs. It's all down to Jaime to try and bring it in, but no, from the same angle. Titanium Cloud dominate round number 1, and they take it.
Look at that beautiful pixel angle held by Pixel. It's almost ironic that she'd be the queen of those pixel angles, given her name. So that's a beautiful double kill there for her at the bottom of stairs. And I think what really reigned supreme there for me was that duo roam was so perfect. It was almost as if we had, Minoka being the bait for Bogey to peek whenever she damn wanted. And she got a 3k out of it. So they were so focused on the Jaeger and they didn't really identify the fact that she could be dual roaming. So Bogey was taking picks left, right, and center as a result. So a really effective roam. And I think even if they hadn't have taken as much picks as they did, they still would have time delayed so detrimentally. So that's a beautiful roam clear. And if I'm Sphynx right now, I'm thinking I'm going to be dedicating a lot more people to this roam clear if I'm going to really push in and do that or hold off flanks.
Well, we'll see how the next round does go in. And yeah, that room clear wasn't that great from Sphynx. We'll see how that does start to continue as Titanium Cloud move upstairs instead to serve a cash room defense. Now, with a Thatcher ban, this does make it somewhat more difficult to go for here, but there's no Maverick being brought here by Sphynx, and I gotta say that's kind of perplexing.
Yeah, I spoke about it before. I mean, maybe they were just, able to identify that they were going to go downstairs first, but the move is inevitable, you know what I mean? Of course, after they've won downstairs, they're going to go upstairs, and you need a Maverick for this site. You need it, or you need a Thatcher. So I am worried about the fact that they're going to probably rely on the Zofia and the Twitch drone in order to be able to get this wall open. They've got the bandit there, and Bogey does look like with that one bandit charge on the CCTV wall that she set up for a bandit trick and the ADSs to accompany her. So they need to work out how they're going to do this, because I don't know if they have enough utility to cook the ADSs.
Well, we'll see exactly how this is going to be working out here. And yeah, you bring up a good point, like ADSs as well. Normally you can just burn those with a Thatcher from above. And yeah, things can go well away. We do have a Capital on the board, so that should be able to force this bandit off the wall. But without any nades or anything like that, it's going to be very, very difficult to get those bandits off the wall. Really, your only choice is to use Zofia here. This is not how you should be doing it.
Such unfortunate for Sphynx. I think they need to get that castle off the window. What they want to do is they want to Capital Bolt and Zofia at the same time. That will guarantee they get that wall open for sure, but they need to time it correctly. They need to coordinate it. They've got the castle off the CCTV window, so Pinky's all ready to drop down and flame, but they need to coordinate this at exactly the same time. Good place Claymore there to protect any jump outs that might occur once the wall's open. There we go. The Zofia's coming out, but that's not going to get them off the wall. They need to impact. After they've done this, Pinky's going to have to flame at exactly the same time, and they're not going to be able to get this off the wall without those impacts underneath.
I don't understand why Bogey's trying to... She's trying to bandit trick this, but they haven't even managed to get the bandits off the wall at all. There's no impacts have come out yet. There's no Thatcher on the board, which she should know because they banned it. So, and there's no Maverick being used at all either. So there's no real reason to actually bandit trick this wall. It's gonna get you killed, but on top of that, the impact should be coming, like Zofia should be on the other side here. She should be trying to get these bandits off the wall, or she should be below, but none of that is happening from Sphynx. This is really poor adaptation right now coming out from them around this Thatcher ban.
Yeah, I definitely think their strategy on this was a little bit underwhelming. They're not prepared for the fact that these bandits need to come off the wall before you even can cast, otherwise it's not going to work. So Dina's going to open the window, which might actually open her team up to jump out because Pixel is hiding in the bedroom. She's going to be able to pick one. She'll almost get that kill, but they are down outside. They should be able to pick it. their teammate up, and I think 2 people are downed outside. So, and look at that! Wow, 2 downed outside, and it's just going to be the Thermite left, and Axie's got a job on her hands.
Yeah, she got 2 down teammates. Potentially could start to bring something through here. There is that window on construction that is clean wall to prevent any kind of jump outs coming up from there. But yeah, as you said, it's a bit of a job on the hand. 15 seconds left to go, and it's a 5v1. Effectively, this is not looking good at all for Axie. Potentially should be able to get an exit frag here, but it doesn't look like a round win so far. 5 seconds left to go on the clock, and Pixel will jump out, and we'll get the kill. It was actually a TK down from Jaime as well. What a disaster for Sphynx. They are not looking good on Clubhouse right now.
Love that charm there on Castle, the beautiful Castle barricade. It's one I look forward to having one day. I'm not entirely sure how you get it either, James, but I'd love to know how she's got it. But it's a beautiful one there.
It's, good. It's for good castle players, I guess. Something like that.
Yeah,
just,
I'm
if you
sure
have
you just
the,
get awarded
the
it.
charm, you just get awarded it. Yeah, you get a special email from Ubisoft saying you're the best castle player we've ever seen.
Well, Pixel has shown prowess on both Castle and Maestro now, and it looks like she'll go back to the Maestro for a gym bedroom hold. That's obviously the next preferred site, other than the only other site, which is Bar. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have been informed by production that we didn't have any game audio for the first half of this match. We do apologize greatly. As I said, that should be fixed now, but we do have a few minute delay, so if you aren't hearing it, you should be hearing it now after this delay. So that should be perfect. But we will have this gym bedroom. I think the finally bringing the Maverick is going to probably work in their favor this time. They've got the double or triple hard bridge if you do count Maverick as well. Zofia and the Sledge, they've got everything they need to get rid of these castles, to get rid of the bandit tricker and do what they need to. But you're right, Bogey doesn't need to bandit trick. There's no Thatcher. There's no need to. And now that they're running a Maverick, you wouldn't bandit trick anyway against the Mavericks. So I think this is going to be a little bit of an easier push for Sphynx if they want to try and get their first round on the board.
Yeah, I think this is also a big reason why you should ban Cade. Not just for the hatches, but on that jacuzzi wall as well. Cade can like throw the electrical above, and Maverick will not be able to get that. You'll have to try and coordinate. Something that was really good from OC last season, CL, is they drew like a little circle, and then they got the Zofia to impact the roof, so it shred Cade. Like,
yeah,
that's
that was
you
really
need to
intelligent. That's very intelligent, especially if you can get a quick drone in there and you go, yep, I can confirm it's on the roof. Boom, impact goes in, or ADSs are cooked through the drone hole, whatnot, and you're good to go. So I really like that adaptation to that. And a lot of people, something I ran with Penta was actually underneath, you can throw a Kaid in bathroom and protect it from bathroom as well if there's a Thatcher ban. So there's a lot of ways to hold this site and hold that wall off, because once it's open, it's hard to be able to hold gym.
This should be much easier to coordinate here. They are going to confirm that Bogey is indeed playing on this wall. TRCat should be able to get this open. They should be on the rappel and should be able to see what's going on. You could just go prone next to this Maverick. This should be a very easy kill onto the Bandit if they coordinate this well enough. And it's like Maverick's just get ready to get into go, and then she's going to start to open it up. Bandit's very, very aware of this and is going to get shot out. She does actually have that Mozzie drone on the drone hole, which I actually quite like. And she's actually going to go for the Bandit. What is going on right now? She doesn't even get shot. She actually managed to... Oh, so many hits going down onto the Thermite. This is a disaster.
Bogey is doing a great job on the Bandit there. Bandit elite nonetheless. They're droning to see...
I think that was the Maestro from the stairs who was going for that. But Pinky's planting! Whoa. They're in the site! What is going on? She just gets all the way in. She's just in gym and she's just planting right now. Where is the cover coming through? Titan just seemed completely unaware of this. What is going on? The plant has gone down, and this is disaster right now. As Sphynx looking to try and play this post play correctly. Bogey just managed to get a great shot there. Nice pre-fire coming out. Pinky goes down, and Pixel just aiming through onto this pre-fire is going down. Sphynx just desperately trying to hold on to this post one, but Dean's going to fall off. Actually, Nacho is going to go off, almost hitting its mark there. It's like, but we should be able to defuse as the cover does come in. Actually finds one, but the double peak comes out. And this is looking actually much better for Titanium Cloud to try and go for the retake. TRCat is the only one remaining, but the run out comes through from Jim. And that is going to be a successful retake coming out from Titanium Cloud. Oh my god.
It was actually an insanely intelligent idea for Pinky to jump in whilst everyone was so focused on the gym wall. the Jacuzzi War, I should say, they were so focused. She jumped in and went, no one's watching me. The Maestro cam isn't lit up. Nothing's watching me. So if I jump in and plant, I might be able to hold this one. So a beautiful little bit of adaptation there to go, yeah, I can get the plan off. I'm going to get it done. But the post execution was just not there for Sphynx. And of course, that means that that's going to be 3-round deficit for them. And God, they need to change something up if they want to make this happen.
Yeah, definitely the adaptation from Sphynx needs to be a little bit better. It really feels like they're not comfortable playing this without a Thatcher. But the thing is, they really should have known if they were going to go to Clubhouse that they should know that they're going to ban Thatcher. They did it last week. There's nothing changed from Titanium Cloud here. They're running the same exact strats they did last time, except there's no Cade now. They were relying quite heavily on the Cade last time. But yeah, this is absolutely dominant from Titan Cloud right now.
Be interested to see how they plan on holding this one and whether or not they just plan on doing it exactly alike. I mean, there's no need to change anything up from Titanium. They know this. They're looking quite confident. In fact, players like Pixel, who have been getting quite a few frags, have been sitting on site pretty idly for a lot of the round. So a lot of their roamers are, I guess, looking like they're star players at the moment. But I argue a lot of the comms that we're not hearing right now are from their support players on site, feeding them intel. Okay, bar cam shot, rotate to bar. Okay, do this, okay. Garage cam still up, no one's there. Those are the kind of comms I guarantee these girls are running, and that's what these support players are doing for their roamers and making them so successful.
Something that I really liked from Titanium Cloud during that defense is that they had the Mozzie drone on the Jacuzzi wall drone hole. I'm assuming to stop any drone just from coming in there and confirming the bandit trick, but also just to stop any Twitch drone from coming in and just removing those bandits early. So yeah, like that's really nice. I really like that. So we'll see how the rest of this goes down.
Great, some great game knowledge coming out from Titanium. I think in the first week we did see a lot of their nerves come out from several of their players. I think Lullaby was the one who sort of was the most relaxed out of all of her team there, but it's good to see the rest of her team kind of relax with her, and now we can start to see them operating as a really big force, a big machine here. And I think Axie is just chilling out there, holding the Claymore in the hand, having a little relaxation there. But Sphynx look like they're a team that always want to do a full roam clear. And if they're going to be that team that does that, they need to be more successful with it, because Minoka and Bogey are just forces to be reckoned with.
Minoka is again going to be on this roam. Bogey already taking a few hits here, and this is not actually looking as dominant as it was before, but they should be able to waste a decent amount of time. A Legion on the roam is definitely difficult to push like this, as well as Minoka holding down that cross. They have brought a Jackal with them though this time. That should make this roam play a little bit easier, but as I say, the construction push just gets smacked down by Bogey with the pre-fire. The unit does go down very early, and that's already Zofia off the board.
Pinky throws in a nade as to where she thought the last player was. Jaime is going to be able to take out Minoka. That's one of the roamers down, so all they need to do now is be able to collect Bogey, unless Bogey makes a wise decision. She has a rotate in cash down to cash there, so she can default out if she wants to. But this push, and there's going to be beautifully placed. Oh, Legion Mines, but the hits will come off and she won't be able to collect that kill, but she's going to stay patient, and that's going to be perfect for her.
1 minute left to go on the clock, and there's so much wasted time here. But like, yeah, okay, the Romo goes down, but that is so much wasted time right there. That's 2 minutes off the clock, and we're only just seeing the work being done on the site right now. Timing moves all the way down to try and get some barn charge going down. It looks like Moto Hatch is going to get opened up. Lullaby still helping the blue hold go on. This is exactly what you need to do. You need to control a blue, and TR Cat is going to do exactly that. Jennifer going to go down early on, and it's now a 4v2. Only 30 seconds left to go on the clock. This is very, very close. Lullaby does have that angle, and Pixel is going to just say goodnight to TR Cat. That is now blue control come back into the favor of Titanium Cloud Esports. And this is looking much better for them. The match is going to go down onto the church wall, it looks like. But it is mute jammed. Oh no, it's a disaster. Pixel's going to get one kill straight off from that pixel angle she was using last time. And 10 seconds left to go on the clock. The Maestro Cam is going to be equipped. Sledge very, very low HP to try and get in. Hit. She's going to go down. Oh no, a disaster coming out. The plant's going to go down, but it's not going to be successful. Lullaby just cleans it up, and Titanium Cloud take that 4th consecutive round on the defense.
That was beautiful, and I do want to commend Pixel on her support play, right? She, like I said last round, she's been quite idle on site, but she's still managing to put frags and points on the board. And she's actually put 10 kills on the board thus far, which is an amazing feat for a support player. But she was on site. Instead of engaging again, like she had engaged the Jackal in blue, she went, you know what? What I really need to be doing is feeding intel as to where these players are on my Maestro cam. Jumps on, is able to down the sledge, I believe, and is able to give complete intel to Lullaby on the dock. And that's a beautiful utilization of utility and a really strong game sense coming out from Pixel. So even though she is the top fragger of this game thus far, she's definitely an MVP in my books from a support standpoint. So really great play coming out of there. And I think Titanium are finally hitting their strides here. They're hitting their notes and that's really good to see. And unfortunately, Sphynx, I think they're well out of their depth in this game and last week's game as well, unfortunately.
Yeah, the adaptation definitely hasn't been great for them. I think this is going to be a good learning lesson for them to like how to play Clubhouse without a Thatcher, because it's not easy like to adapt around that. It is clear as the rounds have gone on that Sphynx really are not used to playing this without Thatcher. And the fact that again they haven't brought a Maverick, like I don't think you necessarily need the Maverick here. But there wasn't like great adaptation to try and force these bandit charges off the wall. The Zofia didn't go below, she didn't go to the server window. There's like you could bring nades, Ash could go below. Like there's just so many things that should be happening here that aren't happening. And Sphynx are really getting punished for it. Their ability to not complete objectives, to not get walls open, is just going to punish you. And Clubhouse is all about getting walls open.
Yeah, there's a lot of utility usage required for a map like Clubhouse. It's very strategic, it's very tactical, and that's why it's a lot of people's favorite maps. But I do want to commend Sphynx for the fact that they were able to adapt their roam clear better. They had the first few rounds where they struggled with the roam clear, and then they were able to adapt how they did that roam clear, and they were able to pick off the roamers. So that's a beautiful in-game adaptation there to say, yep, we worked it out. We know what we were doing wrong with our roam clear, and here we are doing it successfully. So that kind of growth is exactly what we're looking for in these teams, because a lot of these teams are brand new to the comp environment. So to learn something so quickly during a match is great.
I call it tough love.
Tough love. Yeah. I don't mind that, James. A little bit of tough love, but look at this. The bolt's going to come out perfectly. Bogey's going to be off the wall. The bandit charges are still there. And I think if the impact comes out at the correct angle, should be able to get that one. But it won't come out exactly how she needs.
I don't think you can get it from there. I don't think you can get it from the drone hole because I'm pretty sure the door frame blocks it. And even if you impact it to the right, I don't think it's a big enough radius. Like, what needs to happen is the Ash or the Zofia needs to go below, or they need to go to the server window. But that's just not happening right now. And they're just not going to get this wall open. I think at this point, they should just do a pure construction push because clearly they cannot get that wall open.
Yeah, I agree, and I think they need to work that out. Bogey's actually going to take out Jaime, so that is the Habana off the board, and TR Cat is actually going to move into construction with the Ash and do a little bit of damage, but nothing extraordinary now, and if they're going to give up on that wall and rotate, which it looks like they are doing, they need to make it quick, because they've got about a minute left on the board, and TR Cat can see Minoka, and surely the call will come out that the Ash is by herself in construction, and TR Cat is going to get taken out very quickly from Cash. There's a beautiful SFG 11 play by Jennifer, but unfortunate for Sphynx. They're stuck now with less than a minute left and no walls open.
This is a complete disaster. I don't see how you win this now. The round is just over at this point. You have absolutely no control. They have all the info in the world. ARX is just not looking in the Maestro cam, and she's going to get downed by it. Dina is going to manage to trade it right out onto Bug, but it's an uphill battle. It's a 1v3, and you have absolutely no control right now. This is not looking good. Dina still has 2 impacts left to destroy the Maestro cam, but is not going to use either of them, and is going to go down for it. Like, I feel like they have a push, right? And they've dry run this push, and they know how to push this site, but they're acting like Thatcher is still up. Yep. There is just no adaptation coming out whatsoever. None of the things that should be happening are happening. People are playing on their own. We saw an Ash in construction for a very long time who I'm not really sure what's going, because she used both the breach charges. I'm going to assume she used one of her rounds on a Maestro cam, but there's a certain point where, okay, like you can say that Titanium Cloud's playing this really well. Like their setup is good. They have that garage cam setup with the shield, but there's like 1,000,001 things you can do to counter what is going on. And yeah, like at this moment in meta, especially with op bans, you have to be adaptive. You have to understand how you change up your pushes, and this is just not happening from Sphynx. I'm not really seeing that much different.
And defuse as many bombs as they can.
Yeah, I definitely think Sphynx has some really good gunners. Actually, TR Cat was named as one of their really strong gunners, and unfortunately, if you have a gunner who's trying to solo push things, they're not going to be as successful as they could be if they had all of the support of their teammates. So it's been letting them down is their inability to utilize their utility effectively. And a map like Clubhouse is going to punish you if you can't do that. So Bogey's been getting away with a heck of a lot that she shouldn't be getting away with. And that means that, you know, this 5-0 that we're seeing at the moment might lead Sphynx into another 7-0 unless they're able to switch it on the half and bring themselves back through defense.
Potentially. I think Titanium Cloud have had a pretty good roam game overall so far. I mean, when it is getting shut down, they've wasted a huge amount of time. Coordination from Sphynx hasn't been the best. I think it's improved over time. But, yeah, it wasn't looking good last week. It hasn't looked good this week so far. I'm not going to lie to you, though. Starting attack on Clubhouse with a Thatcher ban, it's not easy. And,
Yeah.
like, you know, this is going to be a defender-sided map with a Thatcher ban. Like, you can't get away from that eventuality.
Yeah, I agree. I think Sphynx, they have very much the possibility to be able to get around. But we are still on attack, at least for one more round. And they've brought the gridlock this time in hope that Dina's able to make something happen with her. And I'm not sure how they're going to plan on using that, whether they just want to cut off rotates with it or want to hold flanks with it, because they know everyone has been running around the map wildly. Talking about running around the map wildly,
Bomb located
we
by
know that there's several roamers assisting with this cache hold. This is a pretty typical meta of holding cache now with that hole in the wall, down cache stairs, and Maverick's going to open a line of sight here, and this is going to severely diminish their ability to hold cache because you're going to have to watch it. Dina's going to grab one, and there's another, and this is what we were after.
Great use of the Maverick holes there just to clear out cache very, very quickly. TRCat going to pick up an early kill. Mozzie and Jaeger both off the border already, and this has all been just disaster. And I really don't like that rotate being opened up onto the top cache. I don't think this is how you should hold the site at all.
It has become the new meta, however, and I'm unsure why. I think it's because people have been utilizing that as an escape route. But Bogey's going to take out Jaime, and that's going to be the Habana off the board. That's not huge detriment. TR Cat on the Maverick is going to get Jennifer. And is this the first round on the board for Sphynx of their entire competitive career thus far? We will see whether they're able to take out the last two. These are formidable opponents. We've got Pixel holding Pixel angle. She'll take one. Bogey's going to go down. And it's all up to Pixel.
Yeah, she has done quite a lot of work before. However, she's going to go for the pre-fire. Does see that someone is in gym right now. And just trying to rotate around to see what she can do. Plant hasn't gone down just yet. Nades are going to go out to try and deny the angles, but that's diffused down. Pixel takes one off the board. She's just got to find two more, and this is a disaster right now. Sphynx are looking to throw this all away if they don't recover it quickly. Logistics wall is going to get opened up, however, and Sphynx are just trying to coordinate themselves, but its main stairs being held down. She just runs straight for the diffuser and goes down for it. Pixel with a 3k on the board right now, looking for the fourth to try and clutch it out, but all she has to do is just play safe. She's got Maestro Cam. Dina slightly lit up already, and this is 15 seconds. She doesn't really have the time to plant right now, and Dina's panicking. She doesn't see the default cam just yet either. They're just spotting her out. They have perfect info. She just managed to recover the diffuser just now, however, and she has track stingers as well, but below her is a destructible surface, and that could be very easy for Pixel to try and get a bit of a panic there from Pixel to try and get onto the Maestro cam. It was like the plant has gone down successfully, but it's not going to be too much. Pixel with the Maestro cam is going to down Dina and kill her, and that's going to be an easy round for Titanium Cloud Esports.
Oh my goodness, you say easy round, but my heart was racing from start to finish there. Sphynx were picking up kill after kill after kill. They had the cache control, they had everything they needed, they had multiple players then shift over to gym window, which was the correct way to push this as a pinch push. But all it took was both Bogey and Pixel. Formidable players, like I said. If anyone was to clutch it, it's those players, and not a surprise that Pixel. And again, I know I'm harping on about this, but what a brilliant thought process to go. I'm going to go downstairs and hide in bathroom. I'm going to get on my Maestro cams because I know they're both up and I can see every site for its entirety. And I know that I can zap the person with 7 seconds. So brilliant support play there. That's great. But really big shout out to Sphynx, who were ever so close in that round. That looked pretty dominating to start off with.
Yeah, Sphynx had a really good room clear. I think the cash hold, like, maybe you're right with that. I just can't understand why so many teams tend to do it these days, where they open up the rotate into cash. I'm kind of assuming it's because they reinforce logistics, and it's kind of like why they were doing that whole they didn't even
Defenders,
have
protect
enough
your bombs
reinforcements,
from
so it's
being
like, okay,
defused
we
by
might as well
attackers.
open it anyway to try and hold on to it. But like that coordinated push from the door, open up the wall a little bit with the Maverick hole, and push from the rotate. That is exactly how you clear cache. So good job from Sphynx for an early roam clear, but honestly, I think they just threw it all away at the end there. They didn't really have much intel on what was going on. I thought the Mozzie drones were quite effective. I think 2 Mozzies got hacked. I know 1 got hacked in construction. I'm not sure if the jacuzzi wall got one either, or the top. I think there was 1 top main stairs. So we know at least 1 that construction drone did get hacked.
10 seconds left.
So-
before
Absolutely.
insertion.
Like Mozzie can be very, very lethal to a team's
5
kind
seconds
of
left.
drone game as well.
I mean, yeah, and I do want to highlight how detrimental Mozzie has been
Attackers
even
are
in
moving
Pro
out
League.
to
I mean, we
locate a
see
bomb
like
and defuse
one
it.
drone taken, and you suddenly don't know, is it your drone? Because if no one's on it, the light doesn't light up effectively and doesn't give you the indicator. So, you know, you could see an entire room from a tiny drone hidden somewhere. So, that's a great bit of intel. It's unlike a Maestro cam, which you can see, you can hear, you can destroy quite effectively from across the map. I mean, Mozzie drones are really lethal. So to have 1, let alone 2, is amazing for these girls to be able to have so much intel. But the switch has happened. The girls will now be on defense. If they want to make this happen, their defensive half has to be flawless because we are on match point. This could be Sphynx's undoing. They could go down to another 7-0 to Titanium if they don't manage to make this one work. Dina, of course, aware that there's no Thatcher. Bogey's already at the bottom of cash stairs, and she's going to do her work below with the super shorty.
Yeah, no, she got it right. I wasn't so sure about that one, but yeah, that is exactly where the wall is, and this is exactly what should be happening with the Thatcher's band. Someone has to be below. You have to find a way of getting these bandits off the wall, and Bogey's just doing exactly that. It's like Pixel's going down to try and hold the angle. As Bogey is here to try and open up a little bit more. Looks like the bandits have managed to get off the wall. Just 1, but the second one's still alive, actually. They haven't managed to find it just yet, and Jennifer's waiting for the call. Looks like she's getting a little bit impatient here, and she's just going to open up anyway. The thermite is going to be going down. Dina's not going to be able to contest that as Lullaby has come out to the server window, as to be able to just push
A
that
bomb
out.
has been located.
Oh, I see what they did. They sent the Jackal below so that through the vertical play you can see the footprints and you can track the bandit. That's really smart.
Yeah, that's
like
a
that.
beautiful play. I mean, they were in, they were confident. Piggy's going to take a pixel though, and that's going to be the Jackal off the board. So that's a beautiful vertical play there with the SMG. Piggy obviously being able to take that first pick, but they've got Jennifer on the breach. They've got a Blackbeard over on construction. That smoke's going to do some heavy damage to Jennifer. Bogey's now going to attempt to take garage control, but they've got enough intel left on the defensive half. They've still got 40 seconds left, so if they're going to make this push happen, they need to start taking some picks and getting in now.
Yeah, they need to start getting in. Just about 35 seconds left to go on the clock, and they need to start to push very, very soon. They've got nades on the table. It's going to be Lullaby. Just put 1 to sleep. However, TRCat going to go down early on in construction. Lullaby still holding that flank as well as Axie just trying to contest this. It looks like stopping the attackers from gaining too much control. It's like smokes are going to be starting to go out. However, 15 seconds left to go on the clock. Minoka only just making her way in as Lullaby tries to make her way into construction. Jennifer's really scared about trying to make this push happen, but she's going to get all the way in. Smokes are going to miss. However, Jennifer should be able to get this plant down, but Jaime is looking to try and retake right now. The pre-fires are coming out. It's a 3v2, but the plant looking to go down successfully. Has done. Actually going to jump out the window. Is going to be able to get 1. No, taking on the leash. It might at the wrong time. And Sphynx looking to retake right now. It's all down to Bogey. They're going to be starting to counter defuse. The pre-fires are coming down to stop anything from happening right now. Bogey doesn't really have any utility left, but she still has her gun. But the counter defuse has been successful as Sphynx take their very first round in CCS Women's League.
Absolute shout out to the girls of Sphynx. They've done it, James. They showed us that they are capable of putting a round up on the board against these other teams. And a lot of people, you know, talking about possible skill gaps. You know, this is season 1, ladies and gentlemen. We have gathered over 100 women in both Europe and NA. And of course, some of them have never played competitive. Some of these teams have never even stepped in the competitive pool. So sometimes there is a skill gap, but what you're seeing is growth. Right then and there, what they were able to put together to bring that round up against a formidable opponent that is Titanium Cloud Esports is growth and amazing. Well done to them. They're able to put that round on the board, and I think they will be really proud about that one.
Yeah, I mean, their strategy was sound. I still liked what Titanium Cloud were doing there, where they went below and they
Attackers
opened
need
up
to
because
locate and defuse as
I
many
think what
bombs
some
as
people
they
don't
can.
realize is when you open up the destruction, you can still see where the footprints were if someone had stepped on that bit that you just destroyed. So, like, I really like that, like, using the Jackal to track the bandit to make sure he's not tricking anymore and being able to kind of eliminate that whole part of the game. That's really good. That's really smart. But yeah, like, they played that really patiently. I think that there wasn't any kind of, like, construction push going on whatsoever. There was no pinching going on. I think what most teams tend to do these days is they open up the server wall and then they rotate into construction and they open up the construction wall as well, and that's really where the majority of the push ends up coming from, and the cache is just opened up just to try and cut it all off. But we'll see how the rest of it does go down. We are going to be getting into round number 8. Interesting, we're going to gym.
Yeah, they didn't decide to go downstairs, and of course, you can see pretty much all of Titanium spawning over near shipping, so they're keen to get this wall open ASAP. And I do want to commend Titanium on how fast and how efficient they've been with their getting in, getting their utility usage down, etc. So that's been really smart from them, because it's been that they've been able to get the early phase of the attacking round done really quickly, but then they tend to stall out, and I think that's been their problem, is to not quite get in and execute as they need to. I know they were wasting the smokes, but they need to be a little bit more time effective after the first part of the round.
Yeah, potentially. We'll see how that does go down. We are seeing a Maverick on the board for the first time from Titanium Cloud. We'll see how that is going to work out for them. They are doing, like, it seems like Sphynx are doing this really heavy hold of cash as well. So it seems like both teams kind of have the same approach to what they want to do here. So we'll see which one does work out. Titanium Cloud looking at the setup and seeing exactly what they want to do here, as the bandit is playing very, very close.
They're going to be aware of it. I assume they're going to combo this here with Jennifer and Lullaby to get this. Or Lullaby might just Maverick it open, get rid of the bandits, hold the angle, and allow for the Thermite to open it up. But you can see TR catch. She wants to get aggressive on this window. She could take out Bogey, who might not be aware of this. She's not peeking far enough to the left. She's going to miss that opportunity. The timing is awful. And in fact, Bogey smokes it off. That game sense is enormous.
Yeah.
My goodness. That's amazing. And this gives her time to try to track Stingers. She might just hop in here.
Potentially hop in here. Could get a kill, and she is going to hop in. She's all the way into sight already. Bogey is good to get all the way in, just crouch walking her way up. But Dina is going to make sure it is short-lasted. Minoka and Pixel, however, both picking up kills of their own, have managed to push it into a 2v4. It's all down to the last two members of Sphynx. Oh, the wall's getting open with the pistol that comes out. Dina takes down Minoka, and now it's a 3v2. Dina still holding on to Jim, however, this is very, very, very close round coming out. Should still be able to hold this down. The wall has managed to get opened up. There's still a little bit of time to play with here for Titanium Cloud, but they really need to start pushing if they want to make any kind of progress here. 35 seconds left to go on the clock, and it looks like Pixel trying to do some Jackal tracking and seeing where these last two defenders are. Titanium Cloud very, very slowly pushing in, but now they know where the bandit is, and that's going to give them a little bit of info that they so crucially need. Pushing up, Lullaby is going to do it, and she's going to put her down. Dina goes out of it. It's all down to Jaime in a 1v3. She just have a Maestro cam up from the construction door. She's going to get shut down. Titanium Cloud take runner by 8, and they're going to take the map 7-1. Very well played.
GG to both teams. Good on Sphynx for being able to show adaptation and growth, even just in this matchup. And I think it's a big difference from last week as well. They looked a lot more coordinated here than they did last week as well. So great showing from these teams. Adaptation, growth, strengths, weaknesses. We're seeing it all here. But the skill gap, look at that. 18-1. 18-1. That's a brilliant